Also, how to paint house, simple and fast way. Very important, you need this plastic to cover your space. Also, this plastic can cost you €1.50 or €1. It's really cheap and it covers some 20 or 40 square meter and for €2-3. And then you need this tape, masking tape. And you have to cover it all around your windows. Like this. And then after you paint up to it. And very important, when you finish your painting, remove this tape, because if this tape stays for a few days or already over one day, it's really difficult to remove it. Also very important, after painting, remove it. And the next thing, what is really important, to remove all dust. It is really that there can be so much dust on the walls, and using very good brush like this is the best option and quick to really remove all dust and dirt what's on the walls. And if it's any holes in the walls, you need some gypsum, mostly because this was water-based paint wall, and I can easily use gypsum to repair all holes in it. If it was some oil-based paint, then it's impossible to do it. With gypsum, you need some special plastic material, and this is how it looks like. And using this plastic is really simple. Just mix it, and of course, this is sole way to do it. I just do this small part of the wall, and it is just to fill those holes. Use so much as you can. Spray with some water. Also just spray some water over it. And I'm just, in this case, I'm just going to brush it. It's just really the simplest way to do it, and really anyone can do it. Of course, in this way, then it's wall not really perfect right. It's a bumpy, but it is acceptable in this house because it's old house and it just looks nice. And the next important thing is gaps. There are so many gaps between ceiling and walls, and those gaps have to be filled with some acrylic silicone. And particularly between wood and walls, those gaps are coming always over and over again. And before spraying silicone, it is important to remove all dust. It is just to use some brush, water, and remove all dust from the place where I'm going to spray acrylic silicone. Now it's a little wet, but it is just to wait maybe half an hour or 1 hour too, and water is getting dry, and then it's very good for spraying. Also, what I need is this gun for acrylic silicone, maybe price €5-6. Acrylic silicone usually price is €1, €20-1.50 for each tube. And just to cut off it. And it's really important to cut it properly. It is to cut it off under 45 degrees to get it look like this. And just cut up a small piece on the top. And then it's easy to work with. Put it in the gun. And spray it. Important to know, this is water-based acrylic. And it means you can do everything with it with just water. And that's most important. It is easy to clean it when it's still not dry. But it's important, yeah, and now just to go with brush over it, with some water in it. There's some water on this brush. And after you can model it with finger. You just add some water on your fingers and do it like this. But important to clean it up, because if this acrylic is mastic acrylic is hard or dry, it is really difficult to clean floor and wood of it. Also particularly wood, it sticks to wood very well. And now this other example where I want to get something better looking walls. And in this way I'm going to use some finer gypsum and this tool. And in this again I'm just going to use brush because I'm going to read those walls so it's a bumpy. But otherwise it would be possible to make perfect wall easy with those tools. Just now plaster it once and then plaster it maybe 2 or 3 times more. Over and over again to get it like this really good. And then maybe do some sanding. How to sand it, there's one video on how to sand gypsum plaster with really cheap smooth special tool. But also it is, just understand that it's to plaster it 2 or 3 times to get it to look really good. And now painting itself. And that's really simple. If you get really roller, and that also it's very easy to do it. And that's tools what you need. And of course paint. And you have to mix it using one piece of wood. And it's very important, using small brush, you have to first paint all small places where what you cannot reach with your roller. I should use some bigger brush than this one, but after I use bigger brush too. And this one, and paint all corners. And now I painted over acrylic. There's no gaps anymore. And now to use the roller. To paint using this roller is really simple. Probably maybe this really good, high quality roller, but it still costs just maybe some 10 euro. But using this roller is too simple to do it, really. And this is how to paint you, and you just start maybe 40 cm 50 from the one edge, and then go back to the wall, paint to the wall, and then just go back to make it fine. To remove all droplets or maybe side of the roller. But really, if you get some okay roller like this, you can easily do it. It is just to take some paint and I should have some bigger plastic to put in, but it works very well because this roller is so good. Also, painting itself is really simple because it was all white painted already before it. Just, yeah. Otherwise, maybe it would be necessary to paint it 2, twice or 3 times. Yeah, it is go against wall, few all holes and then go back again. Also, painting itself in this way, what I did is really simple. I mean, anyone can do it, and yeah, really simple. You just think how simple it is to do this.